Hi everybody. Super Bowl's on, so I thought I would try to make a video tonight. Wizard has been fussing at me, so I don't know if he's going to go in there with Pop or he's going to fuss at me or what, but I'm in the back away from the TV, so hopefully everybody will calm down a little bit. I have something to say first that I just want to go ahead. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I just want to go ahead and say this and get it over with. I had a very unsettling experience the other day, and of all places, in Joann's. Don't get to go shopping down there. That's in Mobile, and I don't get to go shopping down there very much, but I've had several doctor's appointments the last 2 weeks, and the Wednesday before this past Wednesday, I was able to go in there for just a few minutes, and she gave me a coupon that was good the next Wednesday, which was this last Wednesday. So I said, oh good, I've got another doctor's appointment, maybe we can come and do that. And it was 20% off of your whole order. So the main thing I was after was floss, and that's better than nothing. And it was, considering I bought as many as I did, that's pretty good savings anyway. Well, Pop has been with me. There's not been anybody able to stay with him, so he's been going with me. He's been doing pretty good, but I don't stay anywhere very long, and I always promise him to eat, so he keeps me to that, which is fine. I want to eat too. So anyway, we went in there, and on the way in, we were walking in, and there was a man walking pretty fast in the parking lot where we were, and you just can't help but notice somebody else that's kind of close to you, and he went on in the store next to us, and I took Pop in, and right in the door as you go in, they have a little sewing room in there, and I had Pop sit there and relax, and there was nobody in there. They weren't doing anything, so they didn't mind, and let him sit there, never thinking, anything was going to be a problem in Joann's. So I got my little motorized cart and took off to the back where the floss is, and I was just happily picking out my threads, having a few minutes, of peace, and just relaxing. And I knew he was okay up there, and the checkout counter's right nearby too, so they knew he was in there. Well, after a few minutes, and I picked out several things, and after a few minutes, this man comes walking down the other end of the aisle, and he's looking up at the top of the display, and looked like he was looking for something. There were people in the store, but not all that many, considering. And nobody had come up and down my aisle, or I hadn't seen anybody in the end aisles or anything. So anyway, he kept looking around, and he started to ask me some things about thread and stitching, and he kept, he talked about a couple of things that he wanted to do, but after a few minutes, it just, I thought, well, he doesn't really know what he wants to do, Well, neither did I. I knew what I wanted to do, but he kept getting closer to me and coming up beside the cart and showing me this and showing me that. Well, finally it dawned on me what he was trying to show me. So I just put my little thing in gear and took off down the aisle, and of all the dumb things to say, I just raised my hand and I said, well, okay, see you later, bye. If that's not the stupidest thing. I don't know just shocked me. It floored me. What in the world? he was, you know, around my grandson's age, maybe a little bit older, but 35 to 40 something. And it's just crazy. So I took off down the aisle, outside aisle up to the front, and I looked down each aisle because I didn't know if he was going to stay in the store or what he was going to try to do. Well, I saw him making his way to the front faster than I could. But when I got up there, I talked to the cashier and asked her if she'd seen anybody, and I described him. And she said, no. And she said, wait a minute, not long ago, right? And I said, no, just a few minutes ago. She said, yes, I did see him. She said, and I recognize that I've seen him in this store before, too. And she said, what happened? So I told her, and she said, just stay right here. So she called up a couple of managers, and they agreed they needed to call the police, which I thought they should too. I didn't know there would be a question about it, but I don't know their policies about anything. I know they want people safe, but I didn't know. Anyway, they all went on to say that, and they didn't want to say too much about it. They didn't say specifically that type of exposure, but there had been a lot of drinking and different things going on. And it's a section of Mobile that's not all that bad, but where these stores are, it used to be full, and it's a big shopping area. And it used to be full, but it's, places are closing, and so there are a lot of empty stores. But this is, it's not too bad. I didn't think anyway. I don't go down there very much, and only to do something like that. But so they called the police, and while we were waiting on them, there's another stupid thing, but you're going to get your bargain. I asked one of the managers, I said, I'm not going back there by myself, but would you go back there with me and let me finish shopping? She said, okay. So we did. We went back there, and I got some more things, and I told Pop what the wait was, and he was upset about it. He was so upset about it. He says, I'm going to the car. I said, okay, just please don't roll the windows down or open the car or anything for anybody except me. So in a few minutes, the policeman came, and he questioned me, and here's another stupid thing he said. He said, what exactly happened? And I was sitting in this cart, and I looked at him, and I said, well, I guess I was flashed. I don't know if it's called anything else, but that's what I know it by, without getting too graphic. And he kind of stupid old lady. But anyway, it was an ordeal, and he was very nice. They were all very nice and very upset about it too, for me, for the store. And I really wasn't sure I wanted to say too much about this, but when I got home later on, I talked to one of the girls and told her about it, and she texted me back a little bit later, and she said, I've talked to Randy, who's my son-in-law, and granddaughter, Elena, and she's a senior in high school, and they think we ought to put it on our group, that because we have grandchildren, all over the place. The one in Seattle, there's two in central and northern Mississippi, and just different places, Texas, and And they said, we think we ought to do that, because I said, I'm just so worried about all you girls. I mean, why would anybody do anything like that anyway? But why to an older woman, and especially in a cart? I mean, what, it went through my mind, what was he really going to do, you know? So, anyway, I'm kind of nervous. So they did that, you know, and then I did say something to somebody about, should I do this on my video, and they said definitely. I know so many people go to Joann's all over the place, and I don't want to hurt their business or do anything, you know, that's going to cause an uproar about Joann's, but I just want y'all to know that things happen in the craziest places, and please be careful. And I just thought, if I ever go back down there again, which I never know if I'm going to be able to or not, and I do have enough stuff now that I don't really have to go down there, which is a long way for me to go anyway, and they really don't have that much of cross stitch, which brings me to another part I'll show you in a little bit. But I just wanted to tell you that wherever you live, wherever you go to shop, whatever your age, please be careful. You just never know. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to be as nice to everybody I see anymore. I'm not going to be as friendly. Well, I'll be nice, but I'm friendly. I like to talk to people. I like to help people. Anybody come up to me and, can you help me? Sure, if I can, you know, if I can answer a question, help you, whatever. I'm not going to do that so much anymore. I'm not able to really defend myself. And the cashier, she said, well, why didn't you just scream or holler? Well, there again, my personality and some ways that I was taught when I was growing up, you don't draw attention, you know. And I just kind of draw up in like a little mouse or a little bunny rabbit, you know, under the leaf or something, when I should just be out there screaming my head off. But all I can think to say is, okay, bye, see you later. Crazy. But please be careful. And with your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, whatever, just be careful. But still enjoy going to shop. Just be a little bit more aware. Maybe take somebody with you. You know, I'm not going to let this get me either. It's been upsetting for a few days because just didn't know what was happening and what was going to happen. And I've thought about it so much lately because I thought I was a little bit more observant than that. But evidently, all these times that he was moving around in front of me and to the side of my buggy, I was not looking at what he wanted me to look at. And I'm certainly glad it was out of the corner of my eye and got a glimpse and took off, and that was more than I wanted to see. Okay, we're finished with that. Now, talking about shopping also, I got in touch with Julie at Reflections, told her my story, which she thought was funny too, put my order in, got my order the other day. It's just so much fun. And then, that day happened to be a really special day too. It was a 2-box on the porch day. There was 2 boxes out there when I got home. Nicole, she is so sweet. Don't know if you remember on my Christmas, or when I did a video and showed my Christmas things from her, the little red paper bag with the cutout on the front, and you put a tea light a battery tea light in there, and it's just so pretty. It's red with the white, the frosted and the clear um, picture in the window in the front, and everything is in kind of depths as it's cut out in there, and then the light through that, it's so pretty. Well, I used all the battery, so that was one other thing on my list that I was going to get, but never did get it. And she sent me some the other day in a box. She sent me some, and I thought that was the sweetest thing. Not only did she send me a package of several of them, but she also sent a strip of more batteries. So I leave it out all the time. That was one of the things I did take out of her box and set out right then, use right then. I'm in our bedroom, of course, tonight. I've been in here before. I don't know if y'all know it or not, or if I've said it. But there's a cabinet across from my bed, which is over here. And I just thought it was so pretty when it was lit. And we keep lights on in the house, but we try to keep low light in the bedroom. So, but I put that over there, and I keep it out all the time. It's just so comforting. It's such a peaceful picture, and it's comforting. So I was very happy to get that. And let me show you what else. And another thing she sent at Christmas was candy. I know y'all have had some Buckeyes. Well, I told her in the last, when I emailed her, I think, was that we were on our way to the doctor when that package came. And we hadn't had anything to eat. So I opened the package, and we had our drinks. It was not early morning, but we don't go out for breakfast too early in the morning anyway. But anyway, I opened the package, and I said, here, let's eat some of this. We ate the whole package, him and I. And I told her about it, and she said, I hope you didn't tell the doctor you ate all those before breakfast. No, I didn't. I just ate them. They are good, too. And this is the little card in there that is so sweet. But look at this. This is an artist. This is called a Northern Cardinal. And this card is made by a local artist, and his work is beautiful. And that is going on in a frame, and hang up. My others, I like to put cards in frames that are so pretty. And just put it in amongst other places, and you can move it around, whatever. And then she sent this, which I know you probably know. And boy, is that ever nice. I've used that. And the lip balm too, which is honeysuckle. And they feel so good. And the hand lotion, it just felt so not sticky at all, just so good. And it seemed to make a difference, just one application too. My skin is so dry. That was very nice. I really appreciate it too. And then, where is my, okay. This I want you to know, if you've never, well, she probably does it for people that, I would think, too, to come in the store maybe, I'm not sure, but it was wrapped so pretty. It was in real colorful dot tissue paper, and everything was wrapped just so nice. You know, several of the fabrics, and then several of the small things, and then the bigger things. It was just so nice. And it was so much fun. I couldn't wait to get it. And I just kind of went hog wild. I've had some things on a list for a while, and I just decided, not getting any younger, not getting very much done either, but I'm not getting any younger, so hey, just I've got it in my mind that if I have an inkling that I might be going sometime, and we know about it ahead of time, well, I'm just going to go ahead and write it and leave it in my book of instructions. But my daughter's going to have to, I'm going to leave a lot of phone numbers and, well, I don't have a lot of phone numbers, but addresses anyway. And so if I go too soon, y'all going to have a lot of stuff. Well, even if I go later, you still going to have a lot of stuff to choose from. And this goes back a long way. So, you know, I didn't need this, but I thought, I want it, I like it, I'm going to get it. Do what I want to do right now. Maybe. Okay. One fabric I decided to try, and this is Lugana, and it's 28 count ancient. Isn't that pretty? I hope the light is okay in here. I'm not sure, you know, how that goes, because I've got lights on. And I'm not sure how it's coming across. It looks pretty accurate. It might be a little bit more yellow on the camera than it is. I see more neutral beige, but it's beautiful, and you can't see, I don't think on the camera you can really see all of the little kind of design in there. It's not just splotchy. There's things in there that look almost like tone-on-tone leaves or something, but it's real pretty, I think. Okay, and this is also 28 count Lugana doubloon, and it there again, it has some of that Can you see? It's neutral too. I know y'all know what colors these are. I was not all that familiar with them anyway, but I've been trying to watch y'all and really take note of what you say your fabric is too, so I can have an idea of some things to put on this. And this is Lugana, 28 count Lugana Legacy. Am I going too fast or too slow? Let's see something here. Okay. This is the balloon. I might better put that over this way. Let me see. This is the balloon. That looks a little green. This is Legacy. Not a great deal of difference in it unless it's supposed to be that way. See, I don't know. And this is Ancient. It has the bluey gray in it. Not much difference, is there? Oh well, they're all pretty. There's a little bit of difference. This one I guess is a little greener. Anyway, it's going to be fun to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Okay, I'll start with some of the small ones, and I know a lot of you have these, but I like them. And this is oh, am I going to need to take them all out? I think probably I should, but I didn't want to take that much time. Anyway, I got a lot of things from Little House Needleworks and Old Glory. I know y'all have seen that. This is Blackbird Designs, Spell of the Moon. I'm not one for really, I like fall, but I don't usually do so much for Halloween or anything, but I thought this was so cute. And it's not gruesome or gruely or anything. And this is the Season's Greetings by Little House with the cardinal. I think that's so pretty. And then Battle Hymn of the Republic, which I've always loved and wanted for a long time. Don't know why I didn't get it before. Bethlehem. I know some of you have stitched that. And America. Ta-da! I know I'm shaking, I'm sorry. But I know y'all know what that is, and if you've seen, you probably have seen Chelsea and oh, that's terrible. I can't think of her name. Chelsea, you know who I'm talking about, mother and daughter. I love them. I can just hear their voices and see them right now, and I cannot call mother's name. Oh well. I'm sorry. Anyway, they showed that today when I was watching. I'm so happy to get that. I'm still not too sure if I'm going to do it. And then I watched Vanna's tutorial about her finishing those too. It's pretty. They're all pretty. This is the Cricut Collection winter, and I thought would be really nice probably by next winter. And this is another Cricut. It's spring in that collection of the seasons. It's spring. This is Stacy Nash Primitive Summer at Hollyberry Farm. I like her too. And Plum Street Samplers, American Sampler. Give me a calm and thankful heart, from every murmur free. The blessings of thy grace impart, preserve our liberty. Sic semper tyrannis. Tyranny, I think that means. I'm not sure. That's, can't hardly get out English sometimes. But I love it. So, okay, then I have Blackbird Designs Wildberry, the Loose Feathers series number 1. Pretty. Elegance Patriotic Landscape. And I also got, is it okay to show a freebie design? I think, because I got a really pretty one sent in the box. Maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. Nikki's Creations Primitives. Quickly. Pretty, huh? And then I went ahead and ordered this book. I know a lot of you have, or some of you have gotten it, because that's from one of y'all is where I got it from. And there's some beautiful things in there, and just like the other person said, and I can't remember now who it was, and there are a lot of stockings in here, but there's so many things, small little designs in all of these that you can take out and do separately for little pillows or little ornaments or something. But the one that I especially wanted it for was, okay, where is it now? This one. And I know this is a favorite too of some, but I'm going to have to, figure out the threads, because I'm not going to get the bell swap. I'm not going to have, I've never stitched with silk, and I don't think I'm going to try that now. It's beautiful, and I hope I can get something picked out to make it as pretty or near as pretty as I can with that, because I really like it. And oh, and then I was able to get some fancy floss for some of the projects that I've got started, and they're this is going to be not so, anyway, it's not going to be the best way to do this. No, I'm not even going to try that. That's not going to work out like that at all. I'll do that. I have some whips I've been working on slowly, but I thought I would show you. If you might remember that I did the snow before Christmas, so I've decided to start this one, and I have started it a few weeks ago, but that's how slow I am. So here that is. You can really tell a lot about it, can't you? But some of the threads I got are these two, and I really wanted to try some more of these classic color works and weak star works and the shaker, simply shaker sampler threads. Just I picked out some of the colors that are in some of the things I ordered, you know, to do that with. And then, excuse me, wizard. Excuse me, wizard. It's okay. It's okay. Just let me have this. You can lay back down. Mama just gonna interrupt you a minute, okay? Can we just go back down? This is an old pattern, and it came as a kit, and I'm not even sure. It's Ursula Michael, though. I think it's really pretty. Oh, I didn't show you the whole thing really good, did I? This is cherries. Isn't that cute? Okay. And this is what little bit I've got done. But I do think it's pretty. Just the alphabet and the cherries and the two borders. And I don't know if you know, but I do stitch in hand almost totally. I use a hoop once in a while, but I roll mine from the back side to the front, and then I put this on the side that I'm not stitching from, so I can hold on to this side. See, and not get anything on my, roll it up and not get anything on the face of my stitching, because I'm not holding on to that, I'm holding the back side. And hopefully that's it. I mean, it's worked before. This is so much fun to work on, though, and you can get started with it, and you see how far I got. But you just can't go from one to the other, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, I wanted to ask y'all something. If I don't know if you can see it well enough here to tell, but on the winter Cricket collection, is it the winter one that I ordered? Where is it? There it is. It calls for a blue, and it calls for not this color blue, but I have this. I think it's a lot lighter, but I'm wondering, is it going to show well enough so you can see? It's got some modeling in it, of course. I don't know if you can tell well enough, but I was wondering if I could use it for that. It looks a lot lighter than what they're showing. I know I didn't take it out of there. I'm sorry. It's hard to see like that. I'm sorry. Okay. Now here is a really old whip, and I just went hog wild on it when I first did it, or when I first started it. And this booklet is from 1995, so I feel like it was around then when I got it, because I was stitching. I had started stitching a little bit more than I had the few years before that, because of some taking care of some people, my mother passing away, and then having my grandmother, and then my grandmother passing away, and that was all in there in about that time. But I did start stitching some more. It was more than I had been. And this, it's a Leisure Arts Garden Beauties. This is the one I'm doing. And I lost this booklet one time. So it took me a while to find it again. And this is the companion. It's in another one, but it's pretty too. Anyway, let me show you real quick. You see, I don't have a whole lot to do filling in with some stitches, but I do have some back stitching to do, which I'm not unhappy about doing that. It's like when you do a cross stitch of people or a person or a face or something, and you add the eyes and it comes to life. Well, that's the way I feel about back stitching. You do all of this, but it just defines everything, and it's just so neat, so pretty. Okay. Well, I guess that's all I got out. Didn't know how long this was going to take me. Come here, Wizard. Come here. He's been sitting over here. He finally came back up and got up here on the couch with me a little bit. He was, whoops, baby, whoosh, baby, whoosh, baby. He was a little upset with me because I was washing his face and brushing his coat. He didn't want me to wash his face, but it needed washing. Look, Wizard, Wizard. Say hi. Say hi. Look, say hi. There we are. There we are. Say hi. Say hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Say hi, everybody. Hello. Okay. I let him go back to doing that. Okay. I guess I better say goodbye. I am so thankful, too. I have a few more subscribers, which is very nice. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate everybody that watches, comments, subscribes. I do have some thumbs down, but can't imagine, so I don't worry about it. Can't please everybody, and everybody's not going to like everybody, and so, you know, I just kind of felt like, well, I've been accepted. One way to look at it, isn't it? But anyway, it's always so nice to hear y'all and hear from y'all too. But I've been watching when I can too, and I have felt so much better. I want to tell you this too, other than my experience the other day. I have felt so much better. All of my doctors have given me good reports, and the one that I have to have biopsies so often, he doesn't want to see me back for a year unless I have some trouble. So, yahoo, you know, that's just such a blessing. But all the rest of them, everything is looking pretty good, and very thankful about that. But because I feel better too, I have more energy, and when you feel better, you feel like doing stuff, you know, which means I haven't got a whole lot of stitching done, because since I feel so good, I'm trying to get some closets cleaned out and some paperwork done and things that have just piled up while I haven't felt good. So that's what I've been doing a lot of too, and that makes you feel good too, to get something cleaned out that you haven't touched in a while. But anyway, I'll say goodbye. Enjoyed all your videos. I just love y'all, and I'm so happy to be here. And Lord willing, I'll see you again. Bye, y'all. Have a good watching my hand. Wish I could do this with my left hand. but it just, there we go. Okay.